Hello everyone, and welcome back to Zielonka. This is episode 6, I believe, of our Premium Edition playthrough. As you can see, the parsnip field is finally done. I did finish that off camera, so we just have 52 with some carrots on it, and 53 with red beets. But first, I've got to take these parsnips to the soup factory, and those will be made into not parsnip soup as we have been making, but triple soup rather when we get the carrots and the red beets in, which is where this Zeder crystal is going, taking the DeWolf harvester over to the red beet field. I think that's where we're going to start, is the red beets. And then once that field, I'm not saying I'm going to finish both of those fields in this episode. I would like to, but in reality they take absolutely ages. I mean, 5 episodes it took to finish the parsnip field, so hopefully I don't take quite as long. I'm hoping for just these 1 or 2 episodes to get these fields done, but yeah, we do have other things to do. This is going to be super busy this December because we got to sell the wheat, we've got to sell the sorghum, we've got to sell the straw, and the parsnip soup and the potato soup. The factory, I believe, is still making... Nope. Okay, never mind. All the potato soup that's going to be made has been made. We have 50,000 liters of parsnips, as you can see. 50,000 liters in the soup factory, and I turned that off to save them up for triple soup, which needs all 3 vegetable crops. You can make them all separately or together as one. I want to do all of them. That looks beautiful. The sun off in the distance. Got my rows of red beets in front of me, my farm to my right, a factory off to my left. Quite a huge jump from Farming Simulator 17's graphics, which is the last one I had. Right, let's get these parsnips down to the soup factory. Alright, here we are. Let's switch this to side dump. Left. Yep, that's what I want. Fantastic. Alright, now I've got to think. Do I still have that class trailer? Or did I sell that? Did I ever have that? I do. Where is it? Oh, it's out behind the shed. Okay. Right. There it is. Okay. That's great. So that's what I'm going to dump these red beets in. I just about said parsnips. That's what we've been doing. We'll dump the red beets in that class trailer. And these trailers are going to get changed back into the kind of bale trailer. I'm using them as pallet trailers. They're going to be holding all these pallets, so I got to take these to the store to change them back into the pallet trailers, and then that's what the Fiat's going to be doing, is selling all our pallets, and they're probably honestly going to go to the train, so I will take them there, put them on the deck of the train, because it does have a flatbed trailer on the train, and then we'll take a train ride to sell them. All the while, the Zeder crystal will be on the field harvesting the red beets. And I am going to have to use the pallet forklift to get all these things loaded up, which is going to be quite a process. Not sure if I'll show that or not. I think I showed a bit of it last time, but not the whole thing. So yeah, we'll see. But I think for now, well, hang on. The price for parsnip soup is going down, so I should probably load them up and sell them first thing. I just really want to get in the field and start harvest. What to do? Shut you off and turn them hazards off. Beacons. Okay, I don't need that to still be marked. Let's get this unfolded. and back it up to get started on the red beets. Okay. Right, so the texture of it going into the harvester is pretty similar. The texture of it coming around is also very similar, like on the conveyor belts. There's maybe just a hint of red every once in a while. Whereas in the trailer, it is red, and there are some clumpy beets in there. Not a super great texture, but could be a lot worse. There is something really relaxing about this harvesting. It is extremely daunting at first. You're doing one row. There's got to be more than 100 rows on this field. I'm not sure, but it feels like it. And you're only doing one of them at a time, so it is pretty daunting at first. But it is very enjoyable and very relaxing. Can tend to be a bit boring, but that's what workers are for. You can hire up a worker if you're getting a little bit bored or tired of it. Go take a coffee break, and when you get back, the worker will have progressed quite a bit. Now the texture has changed on the conveyor belt. Has it? It looks more like red and circular than it was. It was like white and stringy. Interesting. I don't know if that was a glitch or a bug or whatever, but that is very interesting. And this is probably the worst texture in all of vegetable harvesting, is this where it goes into the ground. I mean, you can see it's obviously like just, it's going like through the floor. That down there, like the way that it interacts with the ground is terrible. Spilling out of the machine is pretty cool, but it doesn't like lay down on the ground. It just like I don't know, phases through the floor is what it looks like. Maybe that's not showing up the best for you guys, but for me that's I think they could have done a lot better with that, and they didn't. So looks like the texture on the ground is a bit different as well. Got more of those yellowing leaves in there, whereas the parsnips were pretty green. Not a lot of yellow going on. And this trailer seems to be filling up a lot faster than the parsnips. The parsnips I could do just about 5 passes. This one, it looks like by the time I get down there on the 3rd pass, obviously 1 or 2 going down this way and 1 going up the other way, that's 3, we're going to be full, so not really going to be able to let the worker do a bunch while I'm doing other things, but there should be a fair bit of time. And the only problem with the way the fields are right now is I have to go on the road to turn around. Especially because the harvesting portion of the harvester is on the right side. I can't just turn around and go back up the field because I'd be driving on my crops. That's what I've got the flashers on for. I'm actually just going to unload this real quick because it's not going to have enough space to go all the way back up. So let's do that. And I think this would be able to fit in the trailer, even if the trailer has the extensions on. So whenever I dump this trailer at the soup factory for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and throw the extensions on. So that way it can hold like 10,000 extra liters or something like that. So it'll not quite double the size. I think it's like 14,000 or something, and then the extension makes it up to like 22. I'm not sure exactly, but I believe it does add a fair bit of space. Anyways, going to put this guy on a worker for now. I have not had my fill of red beet harvesting. I am simply just... I have a lot of things to do, and there's a lot of time. I mean, look at this field. It's huge compared to the size of my harvester, so there is plenty of time for me to harvest more. But right now I have more pressing needs, such as these pallets full of soup, and it is prime time to sell them. Obviously, this would crush the cans. As you can see, the forks are pushing into the cans, so that would crush them. So wouldn't be a thing if I was going for super realistic gameplay. Thankfully, I don't play that way, so I get to have a little bit more freedom with the way that I mess around with pallets. Right, this is not the most exciting thing, so I'll go ahead and get as many of these pallets put away as I can. And I will see you again shortly. Well, as I'm taking the first load of red beets away to the soup factory, I dropped them off and now I'm heading back. I did notice something shiny on this wagon. I actually thought I saw something here on this stack of wood. It was just a piece of wood. But then I walked around the house and did find a piece of candy. I am now $5,000 richer. Just gonna see if there's any more around here. Are they growing vegetables? They're growing carrots in their front yard, and I'm trampling them. Oops. That's pretty cool. That is a thing that I've seen on mod maps before. Little, like, plots of field in somebody's house. Like in town. I have not seen giants do it before. And it's not it is recognized as a field. That's pretty cool. Alright, one final check around here for any apples, and then I'll get back to loading up the pallets. Okay, the trailers are full. Hopefully we don't fly all over the place and have pallets exploding and stuff, because they've got some issues. Especially when you put a bunch of them all on a trailer together, so definitely have to be watching for that. And they did not all fit on one level, so I did end up just stacking them up on top. It's definitely not realistic, because obviously the cans on top would crush the cans below them. But again, as I said earlier, I don't try to be super like hyper realistic. I just play the game and try not to cheat and have a good time while I'm doing it. Right, so now we're taking these. Oh, that's really heavy. I tried to slow down and I hit the car, and I was surprised at how little I slowed down. Oh wow, that's the first. I've never seen cars in Farming Simulator like the traffic hit each other. That was my turn. I am too easily distractible. Just try not to hit this guy. We're taking these to the train area where you rent the train, and we're going to sell them. And we're going to make a ton of money. So let's hurry on up and get over there. But first, I believe, yep, he's basically full, so let's dump this out. Worker's been doing decent. You can see we got maybe about a quarter of the field done. Might not be that much, maybe like a fifth. Did get the extension on the trailer. That's where most of the money from the apple, the golden apple I found earlier, went to. And it is barely tall enough. There's like an inch or two's worth of space between the top of that trailer and the bottom of that unloading spout, which I think is pretty sweet. Very good that it fits. Very good indeed. I don't know. Was this up at the top? I think it was. I definitely just pulled in front of somebody. Whoopsies. I hate how it takes 2 rows super easily. Like I don't know. It's just like a little bit too wide, in my opinion. The working width is. For it to be considered a 1-row harvester. I think it says 1.8 meters or something, and it should be, I would say like 1.5 would be better, but I'm not a game designer, so what do I know? Anyways, let's get down to the train yard. Here we are at the train yard. I have rented the train. It'll be here. It's about 2.5 kilometers away. I did notice this walking around waiting for the train. So there's another piece of candy. Boom. Another 5 grand. And I'm guessing there might be something up here. Oh, that's a perfect place to put one though. In the chimney. Here is the train in all its glory. So let's get our pallets loaded up onto it. I gotta drive through the grass all the way over here. And I will be sure to let you guys see the pallets as we sell them. If you remember last time when we sold them, they were flying off all over the place, and like I was standing like over here to the left of the sale trigger as the train went by, and pallets like flew off the trailer and almost hit me in the head where I was, which was quite startling and amusing as well, because obviously they're not supposed to do that. They're supposed to just sell. I'm not sure what the point of that is. I thought the point of it was to hold an apple. I was wrong. Anyways, let's get these things loaded up. Here we are on the train. Got all the pallets on there. And hopefully they don't fly off at the end, because I had to sell like 6 or 7 of them just by picking them up and throwing them in the sell point. Hopefully they fix that. Unless it wasn't a problem, it was just a freak accident. I do have all the straps down, so we'll be... Let's see. Yeah, see? 240,000, that's a lot of money. But 3 of them fell off. Why? I don't know what that is. 7,200 for a pallet? That's crazy. Alright, is that everything? Let's see. I think we're done. It's still is there a pallet somewhere? Maybe they fell out this way? I think that was the only 3. Alright, anyways. Next we gotta sell the wheat and the sorghum. And the workers full. So we're going to put these trailers back as grain trailers instead of pallet trailers. This soup factory is very good. 240,000 plus. I did sell 3 of them for a little over 7,000 each, so that means 265,000 about. That's crazy. 265,000. It's been like 2 or 3 months, and I harvested. Which fields were they? It was this field here, this 50, and 49. And I didn't even sell all the parsnips. I still have 80,000. So that's just absurd. The amount of money we got off of those 2 smaller fields. They're not tiny, but like they're not huge. I would say 55 is big, not even huge. If I put like all of these fields together, that would be a huge field. But anyways, I did go with the trailers this time, or the covers, sorry. Just because. What are you stopped for? Silly goose. Okay, let's fill this thing up with wheat. I'll go around this way. I don't remember exactly how much this will hold. I don't want to sell all the wheat, because I am using it to feed the chickens. I'm going to put a bit of that back. Okay. Where does this want to go? I hope it's not the train, because I should have kept the train if so. It does want to go, both of these want to go to the train. Darn it, I should have, well, let's check the prices here. I want to see, so it's $13.50 at Erlengrot. Wow, that's a big price difference. Where does sorghum sell? Does it sell okay at the farmer's market? I can't sell everything at Erlengrot every time. Where is this farmer's mill or whatever? Okay, down there it is the farmer's market. So that is where we shall go. Is that a church there? Looks like it. That's pretty cool. There's probably plenty of apples around here somewhere. Very, very good looking town. And I like the little plots of vegetation in some of their yards, their front yards where they're growing stuff. It's a nice touch. I have no idea how much money I'm supposed to make here, but I think it'll be pretty good. 38,407. Okay. And then how much do I have left? 6,700. Yeah, that should last for quite a while for the old sheep. Don't know why I said sheep. It'll last a while for the chickens. I don't have sheep. Right. Let's get back and load up with the sorghum, and we'll take that somewhere to sell it. Sorghum sells at a farmer's market too. See how much we're going to make from it, and then we can finally get to the harvest again. 28,956. That's a lot of money. Harvest is back on again, so I'm going to take these trailers. Sorry, leave the trailers. We're going to take this trailer over to the soup factory and get that stuff dropped off. And let's try and take the weight if we can. I think I can make it work. Yep. Right, let's take this down to the soup factory, and then I need to figure out where to sell my straw. Says farmer's market. Okay, well I guess we're going there again. And we'll take the truck to sell that stuff, and we will have all of the numbers in for selling everything. I mean, we do have some eggs, but we have barely any eggs. It's gonna, and we only have like a few chickens. It's gonna take a long time to get all that stuff in. Right. I'll get these dropped off. Probably honestly put the trailer back to the small version without the extension, just because I want to use it for just feeding the chickens. Honestly, I could sell it probably, but I won't for now. What I will sell when I get back to the farm is the ridger and the seeder, the planter, vegetable planter that is, because they are very, very small. They're 3 meters wide, and there's a bigger version that's 6 meters wide that I'm going to go for. I may not buy them right away. I may just sell, but that is what we will be doing whenever we plant vegetables again, which we will shortly. whenever we do that, we will have the bigger planter and ridger. Well, the harvest is going well. We're right nearly at about half the field done. So I'm going to go ahead and take over from the worker when he gets down here, and we're going to do a bit of a time lapse and hopefully finish this field. Maybe not finish the whole thing, but we'll get close. And then that's where we're going to wrap the episode up. We did sell a lot. Sold everything that we had to sell except for the eggs, which, again, the eggs, there were just a very small amount of eggs. Would have amounted to like $1,300 or something crazy like that. So nothing much. Have a lot of money. 375,000 is going to go a long ways. I gotta sell the ridger and planter. That's what I was going to do. They've done well, but they are much too small. That's going to bring in a fair bit of money. Wow. So now we have 411,000. Now we can get to harvest and do a time-lapse / montage thing and finish up the red beets. I hope you guys enjoy it. Well, we've been getting along super nicely. Just have like 3 or 4 rows left of the field. And I hope we'll be able to fit it all in this trailer. I'm not sure we will, though. I don't think so. No, we won't. Oh well. This thing's almost empty, so I might as well just head on down and keep harvesting. This field is definitely smaller than the parsnip field, and I'm able to get through it a lot faster. The problem with the parsnips is because I was doing pallets most of the time. I was using the pallets harvester. It fills a pallet and then just drops it on the ground. The worker can't drop the pallet on the ground, so whenever the pallet fills up, the worker would just stop working. Whereas with this, it'll just keep working until the hopper's full, which is about 2.5 pallets. So you can go 2.5 times as far on a worker before you have to intervene. So that leaves a lot more time for me to be doing other things like selling all our crops. 408,000 is a lot of money. Like, I'm pretty sure that could buy the biggest field in the map, no sweat. Let me just check. Yeah, 150,000 is the biggest field. Dang, I should probably buy that. I think we'll give it time. I want a kind of a natural progression in terms of buying a bunch of land, because I already, like, I don't want to just keep buying. Like, I started with just these 2 fields, and now I've got, how many fields do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I started with 2. I'm up to 7. So definitely don't need to expand rapidly anymore. I need to just kind of rework what I've got, and I have very nearly, this is the 6th field that's been harvested and is ready to get turned over and planted. So I don't have time to be investing in another field right now. I've got to invest in a tractor and get these fields all turned over. The harvesting's been pretty enjoyable, though. I was pretty frustrated with the pallets, so they weren't as exciting, it just wasn't as easy to just sit down and, like, just harvest for an hour and a half, which is kind of like what I've been doing here. I mean, I don't know quite how long it's been, but I'm going to check the statistics once I get going on this row up here. Just get him going. Okay. Let's see, this session I've played, where does it say? I've played 3.5 hours for this video. So that's finishing the parsnip field, selling the stuff, and harvesting this field. For 3 hours, right? So I have been sat here for 3 straight hours harvesting, and it's not harvesting the whole time. Obviously I had a work going for a while, and I was carting and stuff, but, like, it's just a lot more enjoyable with this harvester, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And unfortunately, I am just barely not going to be able to fit all of this. We've got literally 1 row down before we're full. But we will be filled up before then, so I'll probably be filled up by the time we get to the end of this row here. Before then, even. Maybe. No, we'll get this one done. Right, I'm not even going to start on the last one. Just because I know I'm not going to be able to get it done. Let's turn that off and hop in the Fiat. And how much of this stuff do we already have up there? We already have 71,000. This is going to be another 36, so we're going to have over 100,000 liters of red beets. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the red beet soup production, but I don't want to use them all. I want to save, and maybe I should leave a trailer full of them, just in case I accidentally use them all, just so I can make that triple soup. How much parsnips do I have? 80,000? Dang. So I should turn on parsnip soup as well, because there's more parsnips. Well, there's about the same amount of parsnips and red beets in there. So I'll make a bit more parsnip soup. We'll make a fair bit of red beet soup. I don't know, we'll probably get down to like 30, 40,000 liters left of each of those. If I can. We'll just get somewhere close to it and we'll be alright. And then do the same thing with carrots. Next episode is what we're going to be doing, is the carrots. Next episode, still going to be December. Like, this has been a busy month. And it's only going to get worse. Next episode, I will be harvesting the carrot field. I will be buying a new tractor and a new plow. Maybe not buying the plow, I might lease it, I'm not sure. But I'll buy the plow or lease it. I'll get a plow and plow all those fields together. All 5 of the fields around our starting farm area. And I'll kind of show you once we get here to the the soup factory rather. I'll kind of draw that out on the map. In case you aren't aware, there are a bunch of fields. These 5 here are connected by these little dirt paths, and there's a more significant dirt path here as well as up here. So it kind of breaks this, and then of course there's a stone path here, so it kind of breaks these into a clump of fields, and there's grass and dirt paths between them. I wanted to plow them all together into one field here, and then eventually maybe do the same up here and maybe here, I'm not sure, just to be able to play with some bigger fields. So that's what we're doing next episode even, harvesting the carrots and buying the tractor and plow. I'm not going to say that we're going to start plowing everything up. We might, but that's going to take a long time. Do I even... No, I'm not playing with periodic plowing required, so don't technically need to plow all the fields together, but I will. I'll harvest, or I mean I'll plow all the fields. So it'll be a nice big plowed field, and it'll be ready for whatever we decide to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to plant vegetables on it or if I'm going to plant something different. Maybe like, I don't know, oats would be fun. I haven't done those in a while. Yeah, something. We'll do something. Not sure what yet, but it'll be good. And it'll make us a lot of money. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. See you next time. Peace.